Command codes verified. Priority 1 message from Starfleet coming in on secured channel.
Hello, Captains, and welcome to the live broadcast recording of episode 531 of Priority 1, a Roddenberry Star Trek podcast. We were just talking about the West Wing. I didn't think, Roscoe, that you would have watched a show like that because it's very American politics. Did you watch it?
Yeah. I've done several re-watches of The West Wing. Yeah, really? Jed Bartlett's my favorite president.
Nice.
Come on.
Wow.
Nice.
Come on.
I have never watched it.
I figured it would be like Jeopardy, where, like, remember how we were talking about Jeopardy a while back, and you're like, Jeopardy's not big here in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it's
wow.
not, and yeah, it was not. But The West Wing was pretty big. We have a giant DVD box set at home and everything. You know, and it was nice. It was nice that Jimmy Smits could go on to, you know, then after being president, be a senator in the Republic in Star Wars. You know, he had a great career as a politician.
I guess that makes sense that you could enjoy it, because I guess I've enjoyed watching some of The Crown, So it has nothing to do with American. So I get, all right,
Yeah,
I
which
can
is
see
not
it.
Australian at all. Yeah,
It's
no,
not
that's fine. That's good.
Australian Nor American. It's all.
It's not Australian.
Yeah, all right. I can.
No, I need to find you a good Australian drama. There's plenty. There's plenty. None that I can think of immediately, but I will find some and find some suggestions.
The plentiful.
Because there's some good ones.
I can't think of any. They're plentiful, but I can't think of
Bite me. Oh, it's going to be one of those kinds of shows, is it? Oh, great. No, looking forward to that. This is going to be awesome.
All
Life is
right.
hard work.
Captains, it's a light for starters, thank you for joining us on the live broadcast recording. Don't share this one. This one's going to be a short show, and by the time you share it, we'll be done. There's not very many headlines, and I think everything is just gearing up for season 4 release of Discovery. So thank you to Dave Rutley, who's already in the chat, to Eris2311, to Roscoe McQueen.
That's me.
You guys are all great. Thanks for being
That's
in the
me.
chat. I know.
Oh,
Filling things out.
well, yeah. Hey. Oh.
All right, let's roll with this show, shall we? What up, William? Who has the cold open? Who did the cold open last week? Was it Kat? Yeah,
I
'cause
think
Kat
I
was
did.
Yeah, all right, so Roscoe, you do it.
I think it was Cat. Okie dokie.
What
I
does
can indeed.
editar or eliminar este mean? It's edit or eliminate this. I don't know why it's.
Oh yeah, I don't know the Facebook chat. It seems like it's up
in
to crazy.
Spanish? I did not set. Contrary to what I assume you all would believe, I did not set the default Facebook page settings to Spanish. So, what up, Lord Ford? All right, so I'm gonna start recording, and I don't know why I bother counting down because the thing does it for us.
The thing does it. It's very good.
All right. And intro
This
in
week-
3, 2.
This week on episode 531 of Priority One, news is sparse as we gear up for the next season of Star Trek Discovery. But there's plenty to discuss. In the world of Star Trek gaming.
Hello, Captains. You're listening to episode 531 of Priority One, a Roddenberry Star Trek podcast. Your weekly recap and review of all the major news happening in the Star Trek multiverse. This episode was recorded on Tuesday, November 9th, and available for download or streaming on Friday, October 12th at Priority.
Whoa, October. We just time traveled.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Somebody slingshot
around.
or
Slungshot. If you'd done it previously, you would
It's a
slungshot, yes.
Slungshot, okay. This episode was recorded on Tuesday, November 9th, and available for download or streaming on Friday, November 12th at PriorityOnePodcast.com. I'm Elio.
I'm Kat.
And I'm Roscoe.
Kat, how was that rock concert?
I know my ears are still a little ringing, but
Ah.
awesome.
Cool. And Roscoe, congrats on 10K.
Thank you. Yes, did a 10K run on the weekend. And strangely enough, the music was so loud from Cat's rock concert, my ears are also ringing as well. So it's amazing sound.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you all had a good weekend. And
How are you doing, my man?
Oh, I'm, hanging in there, taking mass transit to work every day. 4 hours in mass transit a day. I love it. Waiting on that Tesla. That'll replace Vesta. It's gonna be Tesla.
It's going to be amazing.
Okay. All right.
There's a light at the end of the tunnel,
There
I'm
is
sure.
a light at the end of the tunnel, and I will hopefully soon have a vehicle. And yeah. Do you want me to make it more? I can be a little more.
I mean, don't you want to end it on a less?
No, that's good.
somber
You know what it is? I
note?
think we have a delay. I think there's a few seconds delay with Roscoe again this week.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
a
I
few
think
seconds
so.
delay. Yeah. Yeah, I was just finding the script because it had gone off my screen,
Ah.
and I thought I didn't want to talk over you
Oh.
because I'm polite. But before we jump into the news, we want to welcome new listeners to the show, and we hope you'll stay in touch. You see, this show is produced by a community of volunteers who donate their time and their talents because, like you, they are passionate about what Star Trek is all about.
So we hope you'll.
Yes,
Are you
I'm gonna
gonna say
interject.
something?
When I said
Yeah,
it,
I'm
this
like,
meant
whoa, wait a
okay,
minute.
I meant this as okay, and then I remember, damn it, the white supremacists use this. You can't use this symbol anymore.
You just
So now
got
I
to
gotta
do
go
the thumbs up.
But I
Oh,
was giving
great.
a
Now you.
sarcastic okay, and then I realized, damn it, no, I'm not trying to signal the white supremacists.
Yeah, you're just created scandal.
Can't even
You
have
go.
nice things anymore. Friggin'
They're gonna be like,
backlegs.
oh my god, you'll never be able to be elected to office.
I can't. Yeah, I can't be a Star Trek fan anymore.
It's later been revealed that Elio did, in fact, use white supremacist symbols on an episode of the Priority One podcast.
Great.
It was in jest, and he later
I
apologized.
can't even. Have
More
nice,
news at 10.
Can't have nice things anymore.
I mean, that actually sounds.
Damn it, Jamal.
Yeah, where were you, Jamal? Where were you on that one?
Yeah.
All right,
Jeez.
go ahead.
So we hope you'll get involved and be a part of our community. Follow us on social media so you can share your thoughts about the weekly headlines. Join the Armada so that you can experience Star Trek gaming with like-minded Trekkies. Or consider joining the team and lending your skills and passion to producing this show.
Or if you happen to find value in the production or if you happen to find value in this podcast, we ask you to consider becoming a patron. You see, producing a show like ours, unfortunately, isn't free. And as a result, we turn to you, our listeners, to help support the production of this podcast. Visit us over at patreon.com/priority1, where you can find out about all the cool perks we have to offer. And remember, all the money goes right into the show, right back into the show. Nobody gets paid for the work nobody gets paid for their contributions to the show. We are all a group of passionate, talented Trekkies. I like that. We're all a group of passionate and talented Trekkies who donate their time and talents each and every week to produce the show that you've... Jeez, I'm just not on my game. I told you we should have canceled the show tonight. We're all...
Well, then we
we're
can chat with all of our
Powering through.
friends.
I know, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, man, Jamal is here, so lift your game.
What was the start of that sentence?
Talented Trekkies.
We are
nobody gets-
talented and passionate Trekkies.
Captains, the money that you donate to the show goes right back into the production. Nobody on the team gets paid for their contributions. We're all just a bunch of talented Trekkies that want to share our passions with you. So, again, that website is patreon.com/priority1. We did this last week.
Now, let's find out what's been happening in the Star Trek multiverse.
650, please. 650.
Whoops, I wasn't prepared. Hold on.
Hey Dave, did you check your mail today? Oh, you're in Canada. It might take a little longer.
Maybe we could do it unboxing because I actually haven't opened it yet.
Oh. I see how high of a priority we are.
No, I just got the mail like
We're
earlier.
More like priority 0.
No, I just was saving it for special, like when I had 5 minutes.
Yeah, man. Don't be a hater.
Don't need no haterade.
You've clearly been to a rock concert, I see. Or I hear.
It's not rock, bro.
That's not rock.
Actually, I don't remember who sings that. Who is that?
Mary J. Blige?
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't think it's Mary J. Blige.
Something like that.
All right, ready for check it out?
All 5 minutes of it. Yep.
All right, check it out. Starting at 8:15 in 3, 2. Roscoe.
I did the sweep out. So
Yeah, all right. All right, I'll take it. I'm sorry. Let's do check it out at 8:35. 8:35. Sonequa Martin Green is on the interview circuit in the lead up to season 4 of Star Trek Discovery. She spoke with SFX magazine about the feeling of finally sitting in the captain's chair. And the answer isn't as simple as soft and comfortable. And could they install a cup holder? Quote, "It feels very humbling, but it also feels very emboldening. I'm grateful for it because you feel like you earned the position with Burnham. You feel like you were able to learn and grow and make mistakes and mature from them with her." End quote. It's a new direction with a new captain, and the new series is set to premiere next week.
What? It's next week already?
That's right. November 18th, Star Trek Discovery Season 4 airs, which is probably why news this week is kind of thin, because they're all gearing up for next week's premiere.
they're all currently out doing interviews to talk up next week's premiere. That's what they're doing. So this week, very, very quiet, but it's good. It's a slow build. My Star Trek Twitter today, when I opened it up, was filled with a lot of screenshots of Star Trek Discovery, a lot of details in uniforms and how the new look, and how the new sets with the CGI Mandalorian style sets were used. I saw a couple of photos of those, and they just look amazing to be able to do that and do it so well and add that extra little. All of a sudden, there's a whole extra level of imagination that the actors don't need to have. It's there in front of them. They can put it all into the performance, and they don't need to imagine the alien that's on the green tennis ball on a stick waving in front of them. They can just see it.
You know, I have to admit, as we gear up for this next season of Star Trek Discovery, there's a small part of me that doesn't want to watch it and just wants to wait to binge it.
Here we go.
Here
we go.
I really do, man. There's a part of me that's like, gee, I want to binge this instead of do it week to week.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you got more out of the binge of season 3 than the week to week last season?
I never got a chance to. I've never been able to binge one of the new series of Star Trek. Kat, you were going to say something?
I was just going to say, it is, since they make the shows to be more bingeable, that makes sense. But there's just no way I would never be able to have the patience to wait that long.
Yeah.
I'm with Kat.
If I wasn't doing Priority 1, I might just wait for the... Given the cadence of the seasons and the episodes in previous seasons, I feel like the writing lends itself better to a binge than it does a week-to-week kind of thing. And so maybe they will adjust for that type of week-to-week storytelling in this season. But up until now, I got to say the week-to-week is not, I don't think has been helping the show.
I'm very excited about the fact that we are literally a week away from having 2 Star Trek television programs on air at the same time. It's been a long time since that's actually happened. It's really cool.
Come on, you weren't expecting that?
You never expect that.
A little bit. Dave
Can't wait.
Bretley asked if we were enjoying our biannual time shift, and no, I am not, because it's dark at like 5 o'clock.
It's great
Oh,
because it
better
fits
for
in better with
Roscoe.
my day.
Yeah.
So it's actually worked out to be an hour later for me in the day, and so it fits in beautifully with all my other commitments. So it's really good.
All right, here, let's just for the editor's sake, let's move on to the next story.
All right. For the editor's sake.
It's true, I meant it. I feel bad. He's gonna have to edit a whole segment of us talking about daylight savings time in the middle of the actual segment.
Mm-hmm. That's true. All right. How about I do this one?
Sure. Nah, do you mind Kat? If Kat doesn't?
I do not.
Go ahead, Kat.
All right.
Kat's very good. I've heard her before. I love listening
Kat's
to
a
it.
pretty good host.
Let's do it.
Well, don't.
This is why I shut up most of the time. Let Kat do the thing. She's much better than I am.
Harcourt Fenton Mudd only appeared in 2 live-action episodes of Star Trek, and once in animated form, but he left a lasting impression, so much so that it was revealed in an article from Fansided a spin-off was in the works. The article delves into the Starlog magazine interview archives to discover that the pitch never got past the desk of the great bird of the galaxy. Gene Roddenberry said to the actor Roger C. Carmel that the artist didn't have time to develop the project, which would have seen Mudd take the lead in a series as a space pirate / intergalactic conman. Carmel was supposed to reprise his role in a first season episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, but the actor died before filming began. To think what this could have been and how it could have changed Star Trek. A lot.
Can you imagine how wild this potentially could have been if there was a Harry Mudd spin-off of Star Trek, and then that, because it was a legit spin-off, then it would have been considered canon? It would have gone crazy.
We're talking
1970s sci-fi.
It's been in the 70s, and he was a space pirate. Oh yeah, that'd been space.
Yeah, that show probably would not have stood the test of time.
No,
it would have been wild. It would have been so great, but so bad.
But also, I mean, looking back, Harry Mudd, he's just not very likable now. The outrageous Okona, that's a space pirate show I would definitely want to watch.
Well, he's going to turn up in an episode of Star Trek Prodigy very soon.
Think so?
I thought it was Lower Decks.
He was in Lower Decks.
Oh, he wasn't.
No, the actor will voice the outrageous Okona in an episode of Star Trek Prodigy.
Wait, we cover the news here every week, and I don't recall that.
We covered that a few weeks ago.
Really? I don't
Mm-hmm.
remember that. Okay. Well,
yep. Would I make this up? I couldn't make this up.
I'm like, are you confirming that? Is that I
Please
just
confirm.
really don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
well, that's awesome.
You are absolutely correct, Roscoe. This was back in February. No wonder I don't recall this. I don't remember what we recorded last week.
There we go.
But yes, he did in a interview with Comic Book Central. I do recall covering this. Yes.
Huh.
But we have that to look forward to. And as we move on through the headlines, here are some that we didn't discuss, but we thought might interest you. Links, of course, will be in our show notes. Kat, why don't you take the first one? Oh, no. Roscoe, take the first one.
Speaking of Prodigy, with only 3 episodes of its first season having aired, Star Trek Prodigy has already been green-lit for a second season. Additionally, season 1 is going to be drawn out with 2 breaks After November 18, the season won't pick up again until January 6 with another 5 episodes. Then another 10 episodes will air later in 2022.
Kat, why don't you take this next one?
Captain Kirk's vintage original phaser rifle from the original series just sold at auction for $615,000. We did mention this rifle on a prior episode of the podcast, but it was used in the second pilot episode entitled Where No Man Has Gone Before and was created/invented by Reuben Klammer, who just passed away recently.
And it's with that heavy heart that we report the passing of a few Star Trek alum. Dean Stockwell, known best for his role as Al opposite Scott Bakula in the TV series Quantum Leap, and who guest starred on the Star Trek Enterprise episode Detained, died at the age of 85. Also, Broadway actress Camille Saviola, who also played Kai Opaka in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, passed away at the age of 71.
Sad. Dean Stockwell, too, Battlestar Galactica.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent Cylon.
As a matter of fact, that monologue that he gives about being human, I used for a final project in college. It was like one of my repertoire things that I had to do. And, I decided to do that monologue.
Yeah, he's great.
I couldn't believe he was 85. The man refused to age.
Yeah, I know. He
Yeah.
always
He
looked
was
the
in-
same age.
He was in Dune 1984.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So good. Well, Captains, that's all the news we have to Trek out this week. Now let's find out what happened in the world of Star Trek gaming.
1925, please. You know what? I didn't assign segments, and that's going to bite me in the butt when we do closing.
Okay.
All right, that's that. Trek it out is great. What else we got? Ooh, some Star Trek gaming. Good things in there. In the chat, hey, KelMG96, hello. Lord Ford 1000X, hello. Lord Ford says, wasn't the last time that 2 Star Trek shows were in production at the same time DS9 and Voyager? Correct. Mm-hmm. That is true. And then, but prior to that was Next Generation and DS9. They had some crossover as well.
Keep talking, guys. Make good radio.
Oh, I didn't know we were making
Cool.
good radio.
We're making radio.
All right.
Yeah, who else has joined us in chat? I know we mentioned a few.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. J1S, thanks for joining us. Josh Heinrichs, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Josh.
What's up?
Jamal confirms O'Connor was the DJ at the party on Lower Decks.
That's right.
And so it should be interesting to see him in 2 animated styles. That's a good point. Yeah. That'll be fun. That'll be really fun.
All right. Why don't we do gaming at 2120, please? 2120. Gaming in 3, 2. Go ahead, Russell.
The shattered shards of Praxis border the space above the Klingon homeworld. Disruptor fire scorches the hull of Allied ships. The battle for Kronos has begun again. And with it comes the opportunity for honor and new starships. The latest...
do you want me to deliver that with like Klingon? Like Melknezer?
Yeah, you'd be much better at it than I am. Bringing some Melknezer.
I mean, if you want to give if you want to have a shot to do it, like,
give it some gravitas, man. I was just reading the freaking thing.
You want to come on? Give me your best Klingon, man. Come on, can you do it?
No. I live with the master.
I'm like,
I'm not stupid.
Okay,
come on.
Come on. Why don't you? Come on, man. Give me some growl. Come on.
Come on.
All right. The shattered shards of Praxis border the space above the Klingon homeworld as disruptor fire scorches the hull of Allied ships. The battle for Kronos has begun again. And with it comes the opportunity for honor and new starships.
Much better. The latest Star Trek Online event may spark your interest. The TFO Battle for Kronos returns to PC and soon to console as the final event in Event Campaign 3, Electric Boogaloo. Your last chance to progress towards a free Tier 6 Infinity Promotion or Infinity Lockbox ship. And after playing the event for 14 days, you'll receive the reward, a Cars Vengeance console. If you're a fan of electrical damage, then you are in for a treat. The console launches an electrical burst that flies to the target and immediately deals shield bypassing electrical damage. It shuts down non-shield systems one by one. They slowly blink out. This is also the last opportunity, if you haven't already, to complete the Event Campaign 3. Once complete, you can redeem a free Tier 6 Infinity Promotion or Infinity Lockbox ship. The starships included are those only released before December The starships included are those only released before December 31st, 2020, but the starship will be bound to a count, not bound to a character.
I wish I knew what ship I was going to pick. I only have to do this new event about 5 days before I have to pick which ship I want.
I think I'm about the same, and I was looking today and thinking, do I get the Atlas? Is that something that I do? Maybe? I don't know.
I don't remember what ship is in what box anymore. I really don't.
Yeah, I know. That's why I have to just claim it to try and figure out what I'm gonna get.
I mean, thank the great bird of the galaxy for StowWiki, because I have no idea how to keep track of these anymore. What promotional lockbox what ship belongs in. What a confusing time to live in and then play Stow.
It's a pretty good problem to have. Which starship will I choose for free? Let me decide. What shall I do? Do I incorporate this new electrical console?
I appreciate your optimism and ability to brighten up the downside of the issue, the fundamental problem. And I can appreciate that. I can very much appreciate that.
Cool.
Just a lot of ships and a lot of boxes. Speaking of taking your money, from now until December 9th, lifetime subscriptions are on sale for PC. For PC, the sale price is $199.
Oh no, you need to do that again.
Oh,
no.
So
Go back to the start. Come on.
Come on.
Go back
I
to the
trust
start.
the editors to be able to do that. Speaking of taking your money, from now until December 9th, lifetime subscriptions are on sale. For PC, the sale price is $199.99 US, and for console, the price is discounted by 33%, whatever that means in your respective console. Some of the lifetime rewards include species unlocks like playable Talaxians or Join Trill, plus you get exclusive access to the Captain's Table, a useless area where nobody goes and visits. You'll also get automatic... Come on, it's true though. It's true.
No, I mean, it is true. I see it described.
I have been there
as such.
at least twice.
I've been there at least twice. I think that's
I've
fair to
probably
say.
gone 5 times, maybe.
But you'll also get... But here's the important stuff. You do get other free things, like automatic daily dilithium refining and a monthly Zen stipend. Which, if you're like me and coming in and out of the game periodically, that starts to add up and you log in and you're pleasantly surprised.
For sure. I mean, if you are going to play
It's
the
also
game...
worth noting that on console, you do not receive the Zen monthly stipend.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
That's
true,
right.
valid. All right, valid point. But if you do think you are going to play the game longer than 2 years, I think we've done the math before. 2 years, you will have paid for your lifetime with your Zen stipend.
Yes, 100%. Every time that these sales go happen, what the hell
Go
is wrong with me?
happen.
What the fuck is wrong with me tonight?
Every time sale go happen, make Zen in account by ship. Good.
You know what?
The
Fuck it,
files
man.
are in the computer.
Never mind. Forget what I was gonna say.
Oh God! Hey Nick, put that in the headline, please.
Yeah.
We make sure.
Whoa, yeah. They're in the computer.
Wait, what are you guys quoting?
Zoolander.
Oh, Zoolander. Yes, that's right. Every time we've spoken about the sale, it is certainly worth it if you're going to be playing the game for a prolonged period of time, like Kat said, over 2 years. The math is there. We've never put it to paper, nor have we published it, but if you visit places like StowWiki and other bloggers, it's very clear that taking advantage of this sale does pay for itself. Thank you for pointing that out.
It's nice. I always enjoy coming back with the logging into a character and getting the automatic daily dilithium refining. That's always a nice little surprise that I for some reason forget about. It's great.
I know. I log in and I'm like, I didn't think I had any Zen. I do now. What?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I can't save any.
Jamal, welcome back to Pack-Led Priority First.
Red alarm.
Check it out.
Check it out. Check it out. We make show good.
Currency. Buy currency good.
We
Starship. Fly. Great.
We speak in tubes.
You are smart.
Tube work.
Awesome. Alrighty then. All right. In a non-Stow but Stow adjacent news story, Neverwinter, another Perfect World game, has announced that certain in-game items can be unbound using an unbind token purchasable from the Zen store. So items that were previously bound to a character can now be readily traded or sold in the auction house or given to another character. They're only starting, though, with a limited number of items and plan to expand the options. And I guess they're seeking feedback in the forums, too, as to what options you would like to unbind. Some items, though, won't be able to be unbound, such as equipped mounts and companions due to how those items... Oh, excuse me. Also, some items won't be able to be unbound, such as equipped mounts and companions due to how those items work in-game. Well, why we're talking about this is, well, we have discussed this type of item becoming available in Stow. It seems like maybe it wouldn't work for ships or maybe bridge officers, but this would be amazing for items that are bound to character, items from the Lobby store that are bind on pickup. I was trying to think of some other items, but what do you guys think about having something like this in Stow?
For me, it would depend on the unbinding level. So is it something that was character bound that you would then make it bound to account? And then would there be another tier above that which makes it tradable? So you could put it on the exchange potentially. So there's a couple of levels there. I would be very happy, shifting some stuff around between my characters, stuff that I've purchased in the Zen store. That'd be amazing. In the Low-Buy store, I should say. Yeah, that'd be great fun. Just when you go through and I think I have some Baul anti-proton stuff on one character, and if you're thinking of an anti-proton build on another, it's like, oh, okay, I could just scoot that over there. That'd be great.
I would imagine that items that aren't normally... I would imagine that the function would only apply in the same way that the item comes to you, right? So if it is account bound, no, that doesn't make sense either. Yeah, I think this is a welcomed addition that should be ported over to Star Trek Online, especially for people who have tons of alts, right? When we posted the question and the theory on Twitter, that seemed to have been a resounding theme, right? Pax Federotica says this would be useful for freeing up back inventory space by transferring between characters. I'm just looking at some of the other ones. Mark Taylor says if they do this, it would clear up so many issues I have with the game. I could move things off my main and onto tertiary tunes to allow for storage play for more than an hour without having to do the inventory management dance. So I think this would very much be a welcomed quality of life improvement for Star Trek Online. Especially if you have a lot of alts. Go ahead, Ken.
Well, I do have a lot of alts, but even if I had just a few alts, there are those items that you open on your main or whatever, and then you make a new character and you realize, man, this would be a lot cooler on this other character, or this would have, worked with my build on that other character so much better. That, you don't know that until you've played for a while, though. And so sometimes, you wanted that Boolean cannon on your engineer and not your science officer or whatever, something like that. I think I would definitely pay money to do this.
Would you pay dilithium to do that?
Yes. Well, absolutely.
That could be
that's a great idea, Roscoe. This could be a great dilithium sink.
Yeah.
Because that's something the game is desperately in need of.
Yeah, even if you just limited it to like lobby store items, it doesn't, or other weapons or, character equipment that is bound to character. I think it would be fantastic.
Me, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Denise Crosby has been a delight in Star Trek Online, adding just the right level of cloaked menace to the character of Sela. She also lent her voice to provide a conclusion to Tasha Yar's temporal fate in the story mission Survivor. But a tweet this week sparked our curiosity at more Yar in our future. Denise tweeted, quote, "I know one of you will know this. What is the name of the episode where I'm running from the rape gangs on Turkana 4 carrying my pet cat? I have a special surprise coming soon and need to rewatch the episode, but can't remember the title." End quote. If you're playing along at home, the answer is Where No One Has Gone Before from TNG Season 1. But what could this mean? Will we see Tasha turn up in Star Trek Online sometime soon? Perhaps a mirror version to help expand the current Reflections story arc? Well, only time will tell. I love when Denise Crosby comes back to Stowe.
Oh, yeah. Because it's always some type of super awesome surprise.
Mm-hmm.
It's a diabolical surprise every single time.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of still a little in shock because you just throw out oh yeah, when I was running from the rape gangs, because there was rape gangs on Takana 4, and it's like, oh yeah, that's right. That was just in the show. That was just thrown in there.
Season 1.
And
Season 1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Quite confronting.
Lord Ford in the chat says, "I want more Sela and Data. The tease was too much." I agree with you, Lord. I agree with you. Well, before we move on, we have some other gaming news. Go ahead, Roscoe.
Game masters and new players to Star Trek Adventures can now consult a newly updated rulebook when there are trying times at the gaming table, with editions of the Player's Guide and the Game Master's Guide, both now available for print reorder. The guides aren't standalone as such, but complement your rulebook of choice for STA from Modiphius. That being Starfleet Core Rulebook, the Klingon Core Rulebook, or the Tricorder Collections Box Set, or the Tricorder Collectors Box Set. Strangely enough, the Play Guide is for players and the Game Master's Guide is for the Game Master. In an article from STA project manager Jim Johnson, he explains that guides are there to give tabletop players, new and old, the tools to play any type of character in the Star Trek universe. Quote, the many optional rules provided by the Game Master's Guide provide Game Masters with more ways to tweak the gameplay, enabling you to scale the rules you use at your table up or down, depending on your group's preferred game style and desired level of crunch. Whether you run a rules light, fast-paced game or a more detailed tactical game or something in between, there should be enough interesting options in the book to help you create amazing Star Trek adventures with your friends. End quote. The guides are available for print pre-order now through Modiphius.
That wraps up gaming news this week. Now let's look on screen for the latest episode of Star Trek Prodigy.
3907, please. It's going to be a short show, everyone. Short show.
Short, sharp.
So that takes care of feedback, right? Yeah, pretty much, because we included it. Yeah, I appreciate whoever put this together.
I think Panda did that.
Thank you, Panda.
Thank you, Panda.
All right. Ready for closing?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 49.45. 49.50. 49.50. 3, 2. Well, that wraps up episode 531 of Priority. Well, that wraps up episode 531 of Priority One, a Roddenberry Star Trek podcast. But there are more great shows available to you on the Roddenberry Podcast Network. Just visit podcasts.roddenberry.com for a complete list. Then be sure to subscribe to them all and share them with your friends.
And we can't forget to send a special thanks to some of our Patreon supporters like David K. Retley, Peter Archibald, and Gerald Bosch.
Captains, it's important to us. Try that again. It's popping out of my brain.
Popping your peas like a puppet.
Popping my plosives, man. Captains, it's important to us that you get your voice heard and that you participate in the conversation. Leave us a comment or a voice message on our website at priorityonepodcast.com, on our Facebook page at facebook.com/priorityonepodcast, or find us on Twitter and Instagram at priorityonepod.
And if you're still craving more, be sure to spend time with Winters, Anthony, Thomas, Gray, me, plus the rest of the Priority One Armada. Saturday nights, the Armada broadcasts live to review the latest news from Star Trek Online and the Armada community, including spotlighting some of our amazing members. With regular giveaways, there's something for all STO players, whether you're new or a veteran. Follow us on all our social media accounts for broadcast times, and if you'd like to join the Armada, visit PriorityOneArmada.com.
This episode of Priority One is brought to you by our patrons through patreon.com. Captains, we are humbled by the ongoing financial support from you. Because without... Captains, we are humbled by the ongoing financial support provided to listeners like you who find value in the content that we produce each and every week. To find out how you can be a part of our Patreon family, visit patreon.com/Priority One. Closing my eyes.
I think you might have to record that again.
Why?
That little line. You said financial support to
listeners
like you. So we know We no
listeners.
give money
Damn it.
to you. You give money to us. Make
Patron.
podcasts.
Be patrons.
Radio.
Patrons.
Make good radio.
Good show. Patrons make priority first.
More level more
higher.
thing.
More high.
More show after hours. More level higher. More listen talking.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Packlet.
If we did episode titles, yeah, we'd just call this Planet Packlet.
The Planet Packlet podcast for Priority One.
This episode of Priority One is brought to you by our patrons through patreon.com. We are humbled by the continued support from listeners like you who find value in the content that we produce each and every week and offer a financial contribution to do so. For more information,
And don't forget to...
For more information, visit patreon.com/priority1.
And don't forget to tune into Priority One Productions' Guard Frequency podcast at guardfrequency.com. Each episode, the Guard will take you inside the universe of your favorite space sims, including a tabletop adventure played out by your hosts. And Heroes Rise brings you up to date with the world of Dungeons and Dragons. Learn all about the latest publications, tools, tips, tricks, and traps in less time than it takes to skin a wyvern. Head over to heroesrisepodcast.com to discover their secrets.
Captains, a special thanks to the team that takes the brunt of the work to produce the show each week, our audio editors. This week intro and closing were done by William. Trek It Out by Brandon. Gaming by Gray. On Screen by Roscoe. On Screen by Alex. I'm not sure who's going to edit it. I don't think it's you, right? You said you cannot do it, right? Yeah.
I can edit.
I thought you said
For you, I will.
Right. Thanks to our producer, Jake, and associate producers, Shane and Thomas. Together, they help us organize and write up our summary of the weekly headlines from the Star Trek multiverse. Thanks to our graphic artist, Alejandro, with support from Jason of the Priority One Armada. Thanks to our social media managers, Sarah and James. Thanks to the composer of our theme music, Chris Watts. But most importantly, a big thanks to you, the Star Trek community, our listeners. Because you support us, we are great! Go Trek out!
We thank you for listen radio.
Thank you
podcast.
for ears and listening. Because without your ongoing support, none of this would be possible. Podcast good. Janeway says fun.
Red alarm.
Red alarm. Red alarm.
You know, listen, we know show. We just talking on video conference with no one listening.
Podcasting makes us strong, like Matt Black says.
Thank you, Matt Black.
All right, so here we go. For all those of you who stuck through this unusual episode of Priority One, we are going to give away...
usual. Let's be honest.
What?
Usual one. Usual episode. It's fairly standard.
This is pretty straightforward.
Oh, before you get to that, Dragon Clever 2 in the chat says, I need help setting up my ship because I die too fast. You need to investigate the Priority One Armada, my friend, because there are some wonderful people there who will happily help you out with any ship builds. There's lots of tools and guides that are linked to there. It's a wonderful resource, so do check that out, Priority One Armada.
Kat, do you have anything to add?
Priority
cool
One.
Too.
My PriorityOneArmada.com. You can sign up and
there you go.
Yeah. Come hang out with us. We do have Discord.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to give away a Tillyboff via trivia. So the first person to get this trivia question right will get themselves a Tillyboff.
Ooh.
So thank you to our friends over at Star Trek Online and for providing these codes. And all right, go ahead, Roscoe, ask your question.
Okay. So the trivia question for the Tillyboff. General Martok was captured by the Dominion and he was replaced with a changeling. where was he captured? Where was the good general captured when the Dominion took him? Where was he? What was he doing? I will take just the location. Oh, right in the battle.
Oh.
Correct answer.
Check you out, Cubed.
All right, Q.
P Cube 420. Kang Summit is correct, and he was in fact hunting saber bear.
Yeah, see? So Cubed is an Armada member and knew that. So Dragon Clever too. Obviously, the Armada members know their business.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Cubed, I just messaged you via Twitch, and you should have that code now waiting for you on Twitch. All
Awesome.
right.
Congrats.
So, congrats.
Amazing.
We'll do another one next week, and you'll have to stick around till the end of the show for that. And, yeah. Shout out to Tumor Boy, environment artist over at Star Trek Online, who does phenomenal work on the game.
Oh my god!
It is always, always, always. Honestly, if you are listening to the show and watching us live and are tempted to log in and play, it's a beautiful game, and a lot of that has to do with the hard work that Nick puts into it and his team.
You make inside game look good. Good in game, in-house in game look good. You
Tetris
make
is fun.
good look.
Nick makes
Bricks.
Tetris look great.
Bricks on walls look good, like real bricks, because you make good.
Nick makes rocks out of crates. All right. So, Captain, that wraps us up for this episode of Priority One, and we mean no insults to pack-leads out there.
To all pack-leads.
To all pack-leads.
Yeah.
Nothing but respect to the pack-leads.
Oh, look, you need a bigger hat to say something like that. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I got the biggest.
Yeah, the
helmet.
pack-leads.
Look,
They're just like,
yeah.
I don't have a big
Oh,
enough
right,
hat to
right.
discuss this.
It took me a second. I was like, what? Big hat? What? I'm not
Yeah.
the Pope.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to be the Pope.
Space Pope. Who wouldn't want to be the Space Pope?
All right, Captains. Thanks for joining us on this crazy night, and we will be back next Tuesday. Tell your friends, tell your family, and watch us live. Until next
Bye.
week.
Tell your lovers.
Till next week. Say goodnight, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Tell your